Yesterday, I never ended up getting around to actually doing any of the product page pictures of the Mindscape Siren Stout or those two made to order designs, which that Earthy Iced Ice Spiral didn't come out nearly as awful as it looked upon rinsing, but still I feel like it's not at all like what's depicted on the product page pictures. So I'm hoping that that one that I made as a extra yesterday will come out better, and I'll ship that one instead. So that one I'll rinse out later today along with those 4 Mindscape designs. Got the ice and dye on the second side of those 4 before I showered and went to bed. And then also I had the idea to check the weather, and if it had like almost no chance of rain, take my wicker baskets at least outside in advance, so that would save time during the day today that I could be using to, you know, use the daylight for all the content I'm trying to collect that's all like seasonal time restrictive. So like seasonal restrictive, I don't know, you get what I'm saying. Or no, like weather permitting, so like season permitting. Yeah, I got sidetracked kind of just folding and organizing everything that was exploding out of the box I've had around, shuffling from room to room out of my way full of things I'm intending to list as the $5 fugglies. But then instead of just folding everything, I just got carried away like organizing everything into specific piles. But I'm really glad I did. I mean, I'm not glad that I didn't get around to the other stuff, but I'm glad because now I have a whole bunch of specific piles of different stuff that's labeled with little sticky notes of exactly what I want to do outside with it today. So content batching, I should be able to get way more done with everything kind of planned in advance. I also still have yet to get around to just doing that new main menu. Like all I need to do is double check that I have all the proper links added to each thing that's on the menu. I didn't put any just like random things as a placeholder. Sometimes I do that kind of thing with all different sorts of stuff just to like get the idea out of my head before I totally lose it. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, so I have still, I think I probably did film this, I don't know, because I've been vlogging like every day, but I haven't been getting around to keeping up on like the editing of the footage. But sometime within the last week, I got a lot more blanks prepped to tie into some Mindscape designs to replenish my pre-tied stash of patterns. I had these blanks like not pre-tied, but ready to pre-tie for days now, and I haven't gotten around to that, and that's a failure. Just like how yesterday I had to respray down all of those tees before I could like tie them up to double dye. The reason that's like a fail is because one of the many countless goals of this mission De-procrastination undertaking is to, in this instance, save both time and money by way of just being much more efficient and mindful of when I soda ash things, be ready to tie them as soon as they're wring out, and then get to the perfect point of dampness that they're like ready to tie up into a pattern. I mean, it could go without saying that like the whole issue with that is that then when I don't get around to actually tying them before they get too dry after the first time wringing them out of the soda ash, then that's like unnecessary time. Time is money. And also using additional unnecessary soda ash, which is also money, to respray them down again. I really want to try and do a whole video that's like encapsulates and kind of like, I don't know, aggregates, or I don't know, yeah, exactly what, but something that kind of ties together everything I mentioned in like the first handful of whatever vlogs I end up actually posting. I mean, I have a year and a half worth of vlogs, but I don't know, some kind of video that's like not necessarily a list, but I don't know what else to call it right now, just like listing off all of the specific projects in progress and like incomplete ideas I've yet to act on. But I'm just gonna hurry up and draw on my eyebrows and put on some mascara, and then get to first thing. I really need to just hurry up and vacuum in here and get the product page pictures, which by the way, I'm obsessed with how those 2 Mindscapes came out. Those 2 that I rinsed yesterday are hanging behind me right there, and I'm really excited about those. So I'm gonna get the product page pictures of those first, as well as when I was going through that one box last night, I pulled a few things, and this pile is labeled check if dropped on site. So this one especially, I don't recall like really ever seeing this one before. It's a size large tee, so I don't know, I'm gonna definitely surprise myself if I did actually get pictures of this and already put it up, because I mean, I feel like this is new to me, so I might get pictures of this one as well. And then also that medium that I discovered that I did actually end up making. So I have 3, possibly 4 Mindscape designs to get pictures of. Also still gonna get pictures of that Earthy Iced Ice Spiral, then the Purple Urkel before I ship it out, just to continue building out the library of variant images on the product page, to kind of just for the purpose of depicting just how much each handmade to order design might vary. But the Earthy Iced Ice Spiral, I'm also still gonna get pictures of that one too, because you know what, I don't know if this is possible, but I wanted to name it the Shit Stain Spiral and list it as just a finished ready to ship one. And I don't know, I'm really curious to see if Shopify will allow that in the product title, because I mean, it allowed me to put genitalia in that other product title. I think that would be hilarious though. And if it doesn't allow me, I'll just do like the symbols. First, I'm about to check and see whether or not this Mindscape design is actually up and available on my website. If it's not, I'll probably just grab the product page pictures of this really quick. I left off on the geode. I'm gonna have to redo the pictures of that one later. I don't want to waste any time messing around with it now. I just want to get outside. It's like the only day of the year so far it's warm enough by my standard to wear shorts. So I just got pictures of all the Mindscapes hanging behind me. So I'm gonna take that outside with some other Mindscapes, like my current best of that I have on hand, to get up on the clothesline. I hate the search function on the products tab of Shopify because I type in size large psychedelic and it's still showing me all of my made to order designs that have nothing to do with psychedelic Mindscapes, and I'm almost certain I don't have the tag for that mistakenly added anywhere within the product page or the meta details or the tags. Nothing. I mean, it looks like it's not listed, but I really can't tell since this search feature is so clearly broken. I feel like it works much better from like the phone app on my iPhone. I don't know. I'm just gonna get pictures of it. Could have had them done by now in the same amount of time I just spent looking. I totally forgot. I thought about it, but then didn't think of it again. Where I could stop myself from putting some of those teas I meant to put up on the clothesline first in order to do the before and after like transformation kind of short form video I mentioned, and also for the sake of getting pictures, just to have the content on hand if I ever wanted to do like a blog post type thing or add the pictures to the product page description showing how they were made or just everything. I'm just so annoyed I can't do anything right. Maybe I'll try and put these like 3 or 4 that I still have not yet soaking in soda ash because I thought of it as I was tossing them in. Maybe I'll start by putting those up on the clothesline. Okay, well that was stupid. I knew I should have just sprayed them down instead with the soda ash soaker gun, as I call it. Ryobi power washer, I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna put the remaining ones right here up on the clothesline and get those pictures and video clips that I wanted to with all of them, and then do that with those and spray them down instead of submerge them completely. Not that they're totally ruined by any means, but still I just feel like the colors might be a lot more vibrant. Pop a bit more on the ones that aren't all like shadowy, like a cloudy gray now, and the parts that were semi-white. It just occurred to me, why is that not? But it just occurred to me that I don't need to spray these down right this second because I'm not gonna tie them right now. So I'm gonna wait to mist these down later on when I'm ready to tie them all up, once these ones that I have on the drying rack that were completely submerged are damp enough to tie. Just as I was about to hang the first Mindscape on the clothesline, I noticed this big ass orb weaver making a web that's like, it's not attached to the same one I'm gonna be using, but still I don't want it getting on any of my shirts, let alone me. I'm about to attempt to kindly get it off first using a 2x4. I can't think of anything else that's like keep like enough distance between the spider and I for my own comfort, and that I might be able to get it onto without killing or hurting it. If it's not gonna go willingly, it's gonna have to go forcefully. Not that I care whether or not the spider lives or dies. I mean, despite what my necklaces might imply. I don't know, I just really like the bug necklaces. This thing is really angry right now. Okay, now where is it? I need to make sure it doesn't survive to get back up on the clothesline while I'm out here today, watching for any movement. I wonder how far it could have flung, or if it might still be on the piece of wood. Oh no, but I'm not taking any chances just yet. That's enough searching for now. I can't help but like, I'm gonna be keeping my eyes peeled for it all day, but now I'm gonna get some pictures of these Mindscape designs. And oh, I don't think I've even mentioned what exactly these clothesline pictures in particular are for. I have this webpage in the making called the Tie-dye Design Dictionary, and it's kind of similar but not really to my what I call the tie-dye design directory. I guess it might be considered like a buyer's guide or something in the realm of that, and like a landing page of sorts. And the other one is going to be more so like an informational resource. I already have the draft started. I'm not even sure how far along I've gotten or how many months ago I last even edited it, but that's what these pictures I'm doing right now today are going to be for. I just went ahead and got those Mindscapes, each one individually, on a little mini splat rack in front of the fig tree and got pictures of them to use on the product pages. And now I have probably like an hour or less, if I'm lucky, of adequate daylight left to do whatever I can get done with the clothesline.
See you next morning.
That orb weaver, like, I am sorry for killing it if I killed it. I can appreciate and admire them from afar, but I want them nowhere near me. Because once upon a time, when I was in high school, I had a friend over and we were outside in the yard smoking weed. A little while after that, I have to take a shit. So I go to the bathroom to take a shit. It happens every day, right? Well, this time it was different. So I had my hair up in like a messy bun. This time though, something was like different and I couldn't quite figure out why. Each time I would brush the hair out of my face, like it was just back, and it was so weird to me because I also couldn't feel the piece of hair on my forehead. I didn't think much of it. All I knew is like, okay, there's hair in my eye and I'm like trying to brush it out of the way. And so then I keep doing that I keep noticing, like, this is so weird. Why don't I feel the chunk of hair up against my forehead? I only felt it like kind of like on my eyeball. I couldn't, and it was like, I thought it was like a big thick chunk of hair hanging down. It had to be, by how much it's like blocking my sight in my one eye. A couple more like brushes of what I thought was hair out of the way later, my eye just slightly focuses in on what the is right in front of my eyeball, stripes, and immediately I knew what the I was looking at. It was one of those orb weaver spiders, and that was its striped little legs reaching for my eyeball, trying to grab on and get it. It felt like an eternity and like a split fraction of a second at the same time that I had to make a quick decision. Am I about to call my friend into the bathroom to help me, or what do I do? Am I gonna touch the spider? Oh my god, the spider is so close to my eye that I can't focus in on it and see where its head is or where its like abdomen, like the big bubble butt is exactly. So I don't even know where I'm about to grab onto the spider. And those things, I hear they have a nasty bite, and they do have pretty big fangs, and this one was pretty big, so I don't even know how I mustered up the courage to just grab onto this monster that's trying to grab onto my eyeball. But I did, and all I could think was I have to like chuck it and let go and like cease making physical contact with it against my fingers as quickly as possible to give myself the least possible chance of getting bitten by it. Not like it'd be the end of the world, but still, I don't like them. They're scary. Ew. I like grabbed the spider, chuck it, and then I couldn't find it in the bathroom, and so somehow it wasn't even in like the direction I threw it, but luckily my idea to like just grab onto it and then throw it so that it hopefully wouldn't like latch on and bite me, which it didn't. So I ended up finding the spider in the garbage can, even though I threw it in the opposite direction. Messy buns, I try not to wear them, especially in summer anymore, because the most likely scenario is that I must have walked through an orb weaver's web, got like stuck on it, like dangling from my messy bun, trying to latch on to like get a grip on my eye just to like probably crawl on a surface, but not my body, not today, spawn of Satan.